The views and opinions of the hosts and guests are their own and do not necessarily reflect the views of the management and staff of Guardian Radio.
You've got it locked and loaded to the Sunday, July 26th edition of the Press Box. Your boy Naughty and the company right up until 1 p.m. I'll be joined in short order by Stat Boy and Earl the Pearl. And of course, you know the Press Box is being brought to you each and every week by the Island Game. The game, you know, the friends you trust, and the Island Game always reminds you to play responsibly, and big things popping for the NFL season coming up with the Island Game. Yes, man. I got some news to bring for you. Listen, man. If you like to parlay during football season, boy, you're going to love parlaying with the Island Game. All right? And for more info, and if you haven't got your account set up already, simply log on to theislandgame.com. Also being brought to you by Jimmy's Wines and Spirits, KFC Nassau, and it's all about those summer buckets. Be sure to get on out there and check them out on those buckets, as well as those chicken sandwiches. If you want a chicken sandwich, you may as well get somebody who specializes in chicken, if you understand what I'm saying. KFC Nassau, let them do the cooking for you today from their kitchen to yours. It's always finger-licking good. And, of course, you know the official watering hole of the Press Box is Green Parrot. That's where we taking all our games, Green Parrot, right there on East Bay Street. Be sure to check them out. They got all the watch parties going on, great specials, food specials, and beer specials, and drink specials. Be sure to check them out to catch all the action, Green Parrot. And, of course, Homicide Marine. Summer's upon us, people. You need to get the boat in order. You need a new engine. You need inboard engine, especially. They do all the installations of your inboard engines as well as your outboard engines, and they service and guarantee what they sell. In addition to that, crawfish season is here. They got all your crawfish parts, all your equipment for crawfish season, as well as all of your tackle rods and reels and lines for your fishermen. And that's just to name a few. So be sure to check out Harborside as well. All right, big up to the sponsors. Couldn't do it without them. I know we should have Pearly chiming in short order, as well as Stat Boy. We got either of them in so far. All right, so we'll listen out for Stat Boy, and we'll listen out for Earl the Pearl. But like I said, we're going to start locally, like we always do, and then we're going to go international. And let's start off on the local home thing. The big news with John Claude Jones. I'll wrap with that. DeSouza roused with breast cancer survivors. Rose with breast cancer survivors. So, big up to, I think that, I want to see which one. All right, Bahamian rower Dr. Catherine to join forces with a crew of fellow breast cancer survivors to compete at the 2026 Henley Masters Regatta in Henley on Times, United Kingdom last week. So congratulations to Dr. DeSouza in her recovery. And the DeSouza teamed up with Marlow Rowing Club's Kerry Clark, Elbow Rowing Club Captain Joe Coleman, and Putney Town Rowing Club's Kate Pontis de Freitas. All right, so congratulations to all those ladies for doing a big thing and getting a great row in for a great cause. BFA to host inaugural Under-15 Girls Goombay Cup. And I'll tell you exactly what the inaugural Goombay Cup is. A total of 6 nations will battle on the pitch over the course of 3 days for one coveted crown at the inaugural Bahamas Football Association BFA Under-15 Girls Goombay Soccer Cup, set to begin this Friday. It started this Friday over the weekend at the Roscoe Davis Soccer Stadium. The event will run from Friday, July 24th to Sunday, July 26th. It culminates today, so we'll have the final results for you tomorrow. The 3-day event will feature under-15 girls teams from the Bahamas, Bermuda, the Cayman Islands, Grenada, Turks and Caicos Islands, and the U.S. Virgin Islands, with not only a goal of leaving with bragging rights, but also an opportunity to further youth development in the sport. So I think that's a good thing. If you get a chance to go out and support the finals today, be sure to go out and support it. Teams named for the BBA All-Star Weekend. The second annual Bahamas Baseball Association All-Star Weekend is here, set for this weekend, July 24th through 20th, at the Andre Rogers National Baseball Stadium. All-Star teams have been selected in 3 age groups, and they will play best-of-3 series for bragging rights and national acclaim. According to BBA President Clarence C.J. McKenzie, the best talent in the country has been assembled representing all of the major leagues in the Bahamas. The Mega All-Star event, dubbed Best of the Best, will encompass 8 and under, Coach Pitch, 10 and under, and 12U. All of those are the 3 divisions that are going to be contested. And you got the full listing of all the All-Stars in the Guardian, so be sure to check that out. And congratulations to all those youngsters and all those coaches for making All-Stars and, continuing to grow the game of baseball here in the country. Mixed results for softball teams. The Bahamas 14 and under and 18 and under softball teams turned in respectable performances at the 2026 Pony Protect Our Nation's Youth International Softball World Series, which ended in McAllen, Texas over the weekend. The 18U softball team was represented by Sky Aubrey, Santa Roberts, Janair Russell, Laurel Hanschel, Linnell Lewis, Sierra Bowe, Michaela Foster, Caitlin Bain, Tania Clark, Angenique Lamore, Janika Saunders, Tyra Wilmot Joseph, Rami Bethel, and Jane Bain. The 18U squad advanced all the way up to the championship game, but suffered a 3-2 loss to Team Angie. Head coach Shane Aubrey spoke about Sunday's championship matchup. This was our 3rd year attending this tournament, and without a doubt, the best showing to date. The last game was a nail-biter, strong defense and pitching from both teams for most of the game. In the last 2 innings, the game opened up with both teams executing bunts and timely hitting, which resulted in a 3-2 score. The Bahamas was not able to bring in the tying run on the 3rd with 2 outs, but good performance by both teams. So glad to see Shane still doing his thing with softball and good results. You have to look at it for what it is. There are a lot of teams that played the competition, and that McAllen, Texas is no joke. That tournament is no joke there. So for them to do so well and to improve each and every year is a testimony to Shane and the job he's doing with that softball program. So congratulations to them. Speaking of Aubrey's taking his talents to Switzerland. This out of basketball. Bahamian Dayton Aubrey recently wrapped up his collegiate tenure with the University of New Mexico's men's basketball program, is now set to take his talents to Freiburg, Switzerland. Aubrey, a guard, is signed professionally with Freiburg Olympic and will play in the Swiss Basketball League for the 2026-2027 season. He spoke about what it meant to have the opportunity to showcase his talents overseas next season. I'm very grateful and blessed for the opportunity to continue my basketball career, Aubrey said. I'm really excited for this next chapter, especially because it's in a place like Switzerland. It's a completely different culture from what I'm used to back home in the Bahamas. And from my time in America, it feels like a fresh start in my life. And I'm looking forward to embracing the experience, growing as a player and as a person, and seeing what this opportunity has in store for me. Aubrey, 24, made the most of his time in college, spending time with the Queens University Royals and the Utah State Aggies before ending his collegiate career with the New Mexico Lobos. So we wish him all the best. I'm going to keep an eye on him and see how he does over there in Switzerland. Corrector 2027 headed to Guyana, 2028 to Barbados, and Hannah ready for the CAC Games. Kara Hannah is one of 2 Bahamian judokas ready to represent the country with pride at the 2026 Central American and Caribbean CAC Games, slated to start this weekend in Santo Domingo, Dominican Republic. Hannah had already arrived in the DR and strong performances. My expectation is to perform at the highest levels possible and build on the progress I've made throughout the season. Hannah said, every competition is an opportunity to represent the Bahamas with pride, gain vulnerable ranking points, and continue moving closer to my long-term goal of Olympic Games. I'm aiming to step onto the podium and show that Bahamian judo can compete with the best in the region. All right, and wrapping up the local scene, Mr. Producer, let's play that clip yesterday from the WNBA All-Star Game. Let's hear who the MVP is.
MVP for the 2026 All-Star Game is, with 22 points, 13 rebounds, 8 assists, Jonquel Jones.
So congratulations to Jonquel, and a very tough weekend for her. She lost her aunt. The memorial services, I think, is the day after. Let me see. She became the first player in league history to be an All-Star MVP, regular season MVP, Finals MVP, and Commissioner's Cup MVP. So understand what Jonquel Jones has done with this MVP. She has taken the quartet of whatever MVPs you could possibly win in the WNBA. First player in league history to be an All-Star MVP, regular season MVP, Finals MVP, and Commissioner's Cup MVP. I want that to sink in. That's a little bit of greatness in its own right there. All right? That is some real testimony to what Jonquel has done in the WNBA. And obviously it was a moment for her to be celebrated. But like I said, she was very, emotional at the podium. She reflected on a trying All-Star weekend that she almost didn't attend. Jones' aunt recently died, and the memorial service was Saturday. Jones said her family supported her and participated in the All-Star weekend. I think her aunt supported her from the other side. 22-30. Way to go, Jonquel. Way to step up in the midst of adversity, too, and put up some big numbers and represent 242 to the world. I was just talking to my family in the back and just saying how emotional of a weekend it has been. Jones said there were a lot of highs and a lot of lows and a lot of great moments. And then there was also, the peaks and valleys. So, yeah, good job, Jonquel. Happy for you. I'm condolences to you and your family on the loss of your aunt. But, girl, I'm so glad it's you. Because when I saw Caitlin Clark running up and down, shooting 3 balls, and she hit 5 3-pointers, I was like, all right, there they go. They're trying to give it to Caitlin. They could really try to give it to Caitlin. But, boy, Jonquel, you couldn't be denied. 22, 13, and 8. And just, Uncle Naughty love you just because you beat Caitlin Clark again. You didn't allow Caitlin Clark to get it. Yeah, I said it. I don't like me some Caitlin Clark. She's my new LeBron. She's going to be my new hate muse when LeBron hangs it up. But if you look at the box score from yesterday, like I said, Team Spoon, you had Asia Wilson with 12 points. Caitlin Clark finished with 17 field goals, 5 of 15 3-pointers. And then basically you had Jonquel, and she came off the bench, 22 points, 13 rebounds, 8 assists. She was clearly the MVP of that game. And she played with some tough competition as well, too. And it was a good game. I must say it was a good game. 129-122. Team Coop was well represented as well, too. You had Gia Williams with 18, Mitchell with 28, Paige Buchers with 12. Mabry had 23 as well, too. So it was a highly contested game. It wasn't a pushover game. Jonquel played well, and she deserved to take home that MVP trophy. So we're very happy here on the press box. Congratulations to Jonquel on a job well done and on a trophy well deserved. So we get, and like I said, it was a big night last night for a lot of people involved. But when you look at all that went down, Jones won it. She won it outright. I mean, you look at this across the board, they could not be denied. Okay? You can't deny those numbers. 28 and 13 and 8 assists. Sorry, 22 points, 13 rebounds, and 8 assists. All right? Two shy of a triple-double. And playing at the highest level in the sense it's the All-Star game, playing amongst your peers with the best of your peers. Yeah. Good job, Jonquel. Way to get out there, way to make a statement. And way to, put 242 out there again. Put 242 to the world. And when you look at it, Jonquel has definitely got to be a first ballot Hall of Famer in the WNBA game goes. Because look at the body of work. Look at all the MVPs I just listed off to you. So, keep an eye on what she's been doing and how she's progressed. And let's check in. Mr. Producer, I'm sending you something now. I want you to line that up for me. We got the latest from Jonquel. I wanted to get a decent clip. And Jonquel has a WNBA, recap, WNBA All-Star recap, and courtesy of ESPN. And we'll hear from Jonquel Jones in this, as she was the All-Star Game MVP. And like I said, congratulations to her, because if you look at the WNBA, there's one person and one person only that they worship and glorify right now, and that is Caitlin Clark. And I think it's a travesty. I think there's a lot of other talent in that league. There's even talent. This player's just as talented or more talented on her own Indiana Fever team. That Cunningham girl can play ball just as good or better than Caitlin, in my opinion. And she's more feisty than Caitlin. she don't back down. Caitlin's full up. So I really thought this was going to be served up to Caitlin, but last night, glad to see Jonquel did what she did, 22, 13, and 8. And the writers couldn't deny it. The writers could not deny it. The sports writers who cast the vote for the MVP could not deny the performance by Jonquel Jones. Let's check out ESPN right now with their recap of yesterday's WNBA All-Star Game, and we'll hear from Jonquel Jones.
Fans, please direct your attention center court for the present 2026 AT&T WNBA All-Star MVP Trophy. Joining WNBA Commissioner Kathy Engelbert, Team Spoon and her team, please welcome back ABC's Holly Rowe.
Thank you so much. We are so thrilled. That was a really fun game, and I want to say thank you to all of the fans who showed up. A new WNBA record for attendance, breaking the record, 17,963 strong. Thank you to everybody who showed up for an incredibly competitive and entertaining game. And now let's turn it over to Kathy Engelbert, who has made business better than ever in the WNBA. Thank you, Kathy.
Thank you, Holly. Teaspoon, thank you so much. Congratulations. Also, Coop, thank you. And the MVP for the 2026 All-Star Game is, with 22 points, 13 rebounds, 8 assists, Jonquel Jones.
Jonquel, you did something tonight that no one has done in league history. You become the only player to be MVP of the regular season, the finals, the Commissioner's Cup, and now the All-Star Game. How are you continuing to put your stamp on greatness in this league?
Oh, man. Just coming out every day to play, trusting my teammates. It's a great experience. My aunt passed away not too long ago, and today is actually her memorial. And I got, permission from my family to be here and, to celebrate this moment. So this one is for my auntie.
That is so beautiful. I know you're part of this league 30 years now. We have seen the celebration all weekend long. What has it meant to you to see the women who have laid the foundation, who have helped you be in this position that you are tonight? What has this been like this weekend?
It's been amazing. I wouldn't be here without them. This league wouldn't be what it is today without them. And so every single time we step on the court, we try to honor them in the way that we play. And we definitely have a responsibility to carry our league forward and make sure it's better for the ones that come after us.
I know this, Jonquel, this league is better because you have played in it. Thank you for being here, and all of our best wishes to your family.
Thank you, Holly. Thank you.
All right. Caitlin Clark, and Dominique Malonga, get up here, both of you. 5 threes to start this game. You really set the tone. Your team wanted to win. Why was it so important to you? This is supposed to be fun, but you guys were super competitive.
I think we just wanted to put on a show for all the fans, so thought we wanted to make it fun. We appreciate everybody coming out. It was a fun time. Chicago put on a great All-Star, so we're just thankful for all these people that showed up.
Player in league history to have a double-double in the All-Star game, 20 years old. Dominique, you got the dunk. What does the future hold for you in this league?
It just feels amazing. I just feel blessed every day to just evolve in this league amongst them. And I'm really, really grateful to have the opportunity to just leave my mark here.
All right, well, this is just the beginning for one of our stars. Thank you, Caitlin. Thank you, Dominique. Thank you to all of these incredible women who continue to shine. Let's keep this positive love and this feeling going through the rest of the WNBA season. Thank you all for being here. Back to you, Ryan.
All right, we're right back at you on the press box. Good to hear from Jonquel. And good to hear, the fact that she represented and she held the composure and she did it for her aunt. I think that's so awesome.
Yep.
So I think we got Pearly and we got Statboy chimed in. Statboy, speak to the magnitude. I spoke to it earlier when I was waiting you guys to join in. But that's a historic feat by Jonquel Jones. She's captured all 4 MVPs that could possibly be captured in the WNBA. And she's the only player in the history of the league to win all 4.
Yep. Top of the morning. She has won the Commissioner's Cup MVP, the regular season MVP, Finals MVP, and now she's won the All-Star Game MVP. Only player in WNBA
All-Star Game MVP too. 22, 13, and 8 can't be denied.
And quietly, you have players like Asian who are getting looked at in the GOAT convo. You have other players, your Diana Taurasi's, your Sue Birds, whoever else in the third. But you have to put Jonquel Jones' name inside of this conversation.
It has to go in the convo now.
It was always there before. But now to have all 4 MVP awards in your mantle, in your trophy case, no other WNBA player can say that. Cynthia Cooper can't even say that. You know what I mean? So you have to put Jonquel Jones' name into that conversation. It's past overdue, but I'm glad she's starting to get the recognition she deserves even more and more. And she still really won't. But us here in the 242 will give her the respect and recognition she so rightfully deserves.
Listen, she beat Caitlin Clark. That's all I care about.
Is that all you care about? Oh.
You know what it is for me to say that my hometown gal, Jonquel Jones from Freeport, has won all 4 MVPs in the WNBA. That's something Caitlin Clark may never do, babe.
Yeah, we'll have to see Caitlin Clark's career play out, but I hope she doesn't do it because I'm going to go with my fellow countryman and countrywoman any day.
I gotta go with that over that. Now talk that, get mad at that, Caitlin.
That's why I wouldn't be mad if Philadelphia wins the championship in the next couple of years or even after. No, and I'll explain why, because even then, VJ wins, so I don't care.
No, VJ could win a title in 4 years. I don't want him nowhere near 5. Let him stay stuck on 4.
Fair enough. I'm just saying.
But I got a confession to make, Pearly and Statboy. Y'all talk about Caitlin Clark.
That was just bandwagon application form. That's your confession?
No. My new hate muse is Caitlin Clark.
Yeah, well, I've already known this. But
I can't even watch her do an interview or play ball without that Aerosmith classic coming to mind. You know which one it is, Statboy?
I do not know.
You look like a lady. That's only Steven Tyler could sing it.
Yeah. Please don't try that again. No hate.
No, that's why I broadcast it. And I'll tell you, Lord bless the dead, Miss Malcolm, she kicked me out of every Xavier's choir that ever was. She told me I was one of the best narrators ever. I could narrate anything, but I couldn't sing.
Sometimes you know what your voice could do. You know what it's built for.
Yeah, getting paid. That's all that matters.
Exactly, you're getting paid, so it don't even matter. But
all right, so let's slide out of the local scene and slide out of the WNBA MVP, which is our very own Jonquel Jones. And we'll shift it over to the World Cup. I just want to do the little post-mortem here because last Sunday going in, Statboy and I told you that Spain was going to bring it home. Just in a brief recap, though, Spain has brought it home. And what was all the hardware they brought home in addition to the World Cup, Statboy? They had some other individual awards, correct?
Yeah, well, the golden ball for the MVP of the tournament went to Rodri, which I was so happy with. Rodri has been our leader and just our captain and our central force for so many years, controlling the midfield and the defense. Best young player went to Kubarsi, who was, along with Kukine, it's the reason why we only allowed 1 goal all tournament. And the golden glove went to Unai Simon. He had 650-plus minutes with no scored on him this tournament, and he allowed 1 goal all tournament.
I think hats off to him across the board. The Spanish team were truly the dominant force and the dominant team, the best team around, even though there's some other great individual performances. Pearly, what was your take on it, man? Did you enjoy it thoroughly? I know you and Trey probably watched as many of them games as you could.
I totally enjoyed the World Cup. I thought this was one of the best I've seen in a while. While I wasn't pulling for Spain, they deserve it. They earned it. They played great football. Can't complain about anything about the World Cup. The only thing that disappointed me is the way some of the Argentine players acted after the game, which has them under the microscope, and FIFA is investigating. And Argentina could possibly be suspended from play in future. So I thought that was a mile on the total tournament.
That's what hundreds of years of silent racism will get you.
I tell you. However, Spain was the better team. While they had a lot of superstars, they learned to play team football, and that's what won it for them. That defense was outstanding. I mean, to say the least, outstanding. I just was wondering, is it because the defense played so well That kid got the young player in North Yamin.
Yes, that's why it was the defense, because the voters were looking for Lamine to do more on the offensive side. He just had one goal all tournament, but guess what? Like Lamine said, if he wins it all, no one's going to look back and say he should have scored more goals. You're a world champion. You've done something Neymar couldn't do, Ronaldo couldn't do, Luka Modric couldn't do. Like so many greats of this generation couldn't do it, and he's already done it. And he's only 19.
Can I just interject, speaking of youngsters as well, too? Did I not say that a young 22-year-old Nico Williams last week would be a key factor in Spain's victory?
You've reminded me of that several times since the World Cup. Now,
Right? I love calling this, like when you call it and you say, look, I told you Otani was going to knock snot at the ball, or I told you it was going to be the catcher who get it done.
Yeah.
Like last year or before, like Freddie Freeman ain't been doing nothing. Then all of a sudden, Freddie showed up and hit the snot out of the baseball.
Sure did.
The thing was, they disallowed a goal from him on a cheap foul, but then he regrouped, came back, made that clutch assist to Ferran Torres. Torres just smashed it into the back of the net.
You know what made it great? It wasn't the play that made it great, The fact that this is a young kid had enough composure and understanding of the game to head it back. Not headed forward, not headed sideways, headed back. Knowing that a player was coming up the seam and was able to put it in the net. I thought that right there was the play. Not the fact that he was a young kid and understand the game enough at this young age to do that. I thought that was fantastic.
Yeah, he's a smart kid, and Spain, like I say, very well coached, unified team. That's why they do so well. So I have to congratulate them on their victory. They deserved it.
And that's how Spain develops footballers from their youth. It's always about pass first, create opportunities, be innovative, be looking to set up the goal chances. That's why Spanish footballers, and so you have Barcelona, you have Real Madrid, you have Atletico Madrid, you have all these teams who, when they go up against other European teams, they destroy them.
Yeah, especially when you could go into the colonies and get players.
That's the part of his.
Look at France. France didn't have one Frenchman on the team.
Yeah, they had one. They had one Frenchman on the team.
I mean, it's really mainly with
in France.
Mbappe born in France.
No, Mbappe is French born.
No.
The lady with her comments this offseason talking about him as a Cameroonian and not trust. Mbappe was born, wasn't in the 19th arrondissement. I don't even know if I'm saying that word right, in France. So
yeah.
Mbappe is French.
But I think his parents were Cameroon.
Well, his father, yeah.
Yeah.
He is of mixed race, and his mother was Caucasian French. Either way, Mbappe right now, he had a great World Cup too. 10 goals. I don't think that's been done since the German. Oh Lord, what's the German forward's name? I think it's Miroslav Klose. I might be wrong.
Yeah, I don't know, remember, but I think that's who it is.
Nor can I. Yeah, it was a German forward. So, all in all, it was a great World Cup, and the best team won, and my favorite team won, and I love it.
Now, coming out of the World Cup, one thing I did notice, and I haven't commented on this in a while, and Stat, well, you could attest. I've always said, hey, I think Cristiano Ronaldo is brilliant in his own right, and Messi is brilliant in his own right. But after further review, and watching how they are on the field and off the pitch, and so on and so forth, and to break down the actual titles that they've won, especially over there in Europe, Cristiano Ronaldo could definitely hold his own against Messi's record,
Yes,
as far as titles. He can. No, it's never really been a thing of
but
he can.
Just how he is as far as what he does for the game, how he involves the kids, how he involves the disabled, how he's such an ambassador for the game. At the end of the day, I think I'm leaning toward Cristiano Ronaldo over Messi.
You can have him as a favorite football player, but when you start to rank greatest, you have to take emotion out of it. That's with any sport.
Yeah,
like,
you're right.
I give Messi the World Cup over Ronaldo. But if you look at all those EuroLeague titles, Ronaldo's won just as much from anywhere wherever they've gone.
Yeah, Cristiano has 5 Champions Leagues. Messi has 4. Messi has 10 La Ligas. I think Cristiano Ronaldo has like 4 or 5, maybe a little bit more, but he doesn't have 10. Messi has
Albeit
8.
now, Ronaldo. Messi ended up on a loaded Barca squad
Messi
though,
has-
on that loaded squad.
You can say that, but Ronaldo was with Sir Alex Ferguson at Manchester United, who's regarded as the greatest manager in history, or one
But
of.
I give you that with his
Yeah.
time in Manchester.
We had Wayne Rooney, had Beckham for a couple of years. He had a solid squad. He then went to Real Madrid, who had the most money, who bought everybody. They had Gareth Bale. They had Karim Benzema. They had Sergio Ramos. They had the Brazilian cat. Oh, my Lord. His name escapes my mind. They had Luka Modric. So you can't use that argument. You can't say Barca was a loaded squad and Barca was homegrown La Masia talent and Real Madrid went and bought everybody. I'm just saying.
But you know a question you can put out there? If you look at the Real Madrid, the Barcelonas, the Manchester City, the Manchester United, Liverpool, Arsenal, all these teams are stock teams. They're all-star teams. Because they're getting the best players from around the world to come and play.
Exactly. So when you see Ronaldo and Messi separate themselves, it is like they're actually the two class players of the generation.
Yeah.
So
and they're the ones who brought the best out of their teams.
Exactly. So it becomes null and void. But to me, Ronaldo will always be there. He's like literally number 2 for me. He's only missing the World Cup. But Leo Messi, he's only gotten better as he's gotten older. At the World Cup with Inter Miami, he's just gotten better as he's gotten older. So I'll have to take Messi all day in any GOAT conversation, any debate, anything.
And look what he's done for MLS.
Exactly. Yeah, the Inter Miami thing is huge.
Yeah, what he's done for the league in itself, it has grown it tremendously, making buco bucks for Beckham.
Indeed.
Because he's brought a championship there, and he's brought 2 back-to-back MVPs there.
Yeah.
So Messi's the best player everywhere he goes.
All right, let's get to the break real quick. 11:35 a.m. is the time. I'm going to take a quick break. Flip side of the break, we'll jump back in. We'll talk Major League Baseball, and we'll talk some NFL. And, of course, we're wrapping up with the NBA. We got to dedicate our time to a momentous occasion, an exodus out of L.A. that I am ecstatic about. And we've been sitting talking more about on the flip side of the break.
Oh, boy.
Oh, happy day.
Oh, happy day. All right, the press box continues right after this.
Hey kids, are you ready? The Jeff Rogers Summer Basketball Camp, July 27th to 31st at the Kendall Isaac Gym, 2 to 5 p.m. daily, and August 3rd to 8th, 8 a.m. to 2 p.m. for boys and girls from 5 to 18. Come enjoy the thrills of the big game alongside NBA legends and current superstars Michael Sweetbells Thompson, Michael Jr., Klay Thompson, Buddy Hield, Muggsy Bogues, and many others. Registration forms available now at the Seventh-day Adventist offices on Tony Williams Darling Highway. The Jeff Rogers Summer Basketball Camp.
We're gonna give you a check every week for a year. Percy's Pension Plan, Island Game, keep you winning. Percy's Pension Plan, dream big, we will help you live it. Percy's Pension Plan, Island Game, we got you. Percy's from the friends you can trust. If winning is a must, come play the game you know, cause your best chance is with us. The most trustworthy name is Percy's Island Game. So put 20 on your account and ride this easy train at Percy's Island Game.
Dump Buffalo Ranch, dump Buffalo Ranch.
Get messy with it.
KFC Dump Buffalo Ranch. Hey, dump Buffalo Ranch.
A crispy ranch chicken sandwich with buffalo sauce on the side.
Buffalo on the side, Buffalo on the side.
For just $8.95, get messy with it and dunk it how you want it. KFC, it's finger licking good.
Everybody dunk. Everybody ranch.
Always on the go? Missed the show? You can now listen to Guardian Radio talk shows anytime, anywhere on Spotify and YouTube by searching Guardian Radio 96.9 FM or by entering the name of your favorite show. You can also listen by logging on to GuardianTalkRadio.com and clicking on the podcast tab. Guardian Radio, continuing to provide you with fresh news and smart talk anywhere, anytime, all day.
This is Guardian Radio 96.9 FM. Fresh news, smart talk, all day.
We're back at you on the Sunday, July 26th edition of the Press Box, all brought to you across by the Island Game, Jimmy's Wines and Spirits, KFC Nassau, Green Parrot, and Harborside Marine. Yours truly, Naughty, along with Pearl the Pearl and Stat Boy in the building on this Sunday edition of the Press Box. Sliding to baseball now. Things starting to heat up there, Pearly.
Yep. I know that the World Cup champion over that 2 out of 3 games we took from the Yankees last week, but that's fine. Then we came back into Philadelphia and took 2 out of 3
Jim mentioned the one
them.
where Jazz walked you all off, though.
No, that's the one you got.
Okay.
That's the one you got, and I'm happy it was Jazz who did it. Bahama Papa. I'm happy with that. But and I always pull for him when he's at bat. I just don't pull for the Yankees to beat us. And we just took 2 from the Mets, and hopefully we'll sweep them today.
Mets,
But the Yankees, since playing us, the Yankees have put, I think, you won 5 in a row, huh?
Yeah, we're
the
2
Yankees
games back
have
in the
won.
race.
Let me see how many in a row we won. The Yankees have won 3 in a row and 7 out of the last 10.
Okay.
And then
All
2
right.
games back of the Rays.
Of the Rays, yeah.
Red Sox kind of cooled off at 7.5 back. Baltimore 10.5 back. Toronto 13.5 back. If you're over in the Central, bless their heart, the Chicago White Sox don't know no better. They don't want to give up that division.
They don't know they're not supposed to be playing this well. Somebody didn't tell them that.
Nope, they got 2.5 over Minnesota, 5 over Detroit, and 11.5 over Kansas City. And you move to the American League West. Texas is 53 and 51. They got a 2-game lead over the Houston Astros, 52 and 54. Seattle 51 and 54, 2.5 back. The A's have dropped back, now they're 9 back. And the Angels are 12.5 back. But listen, got to see Sebastian Walcott make his return from the wrist surgery the other day.
Yes.
Man, he had a double and he had I almost said a joke as well, where he had a shot.
Yeah.
That ball got out of that park instantaneously, boy. Ball couldn't get out of that park fast enough.
Hopefully he'll get a cup of coffee in September.
And hopefully he'll be in that starting lineup next season.
Yeah, he's double A. He's still got triple A, but they say most of the players in double A, the better players in double A are ready. Just that sometimes there's no space for them in triple A. So hopefully he'll be moved up to triple A soon, and we'll get a cup of coffee in September. If not, definitely, I think he would be a fact in battling for a position under him.
Overall prospect in baseball right now, you cannot be denied.
Yeah, it cannot be. They stay healthy and keep playing good baseball.
Probably this year they say almost all the teams are going to be interested in the trade deadline for one reason or another. If not to get better this year, to get better for next year.
A lot of people don't look at it sometimes like, all right, let's say Detroit. If Detroit was to trade Skubal, some people would be mad about that because the Detroit is in a run for a playoff spot. However, what they will pick up for him will bode them well for the future. They will pick up a ton of prospects, and a couple of them prospects will hit. And Detroit will be a team to reckon with in the future. I don't think just keeping Skubal is good for their future in terms of building that team to make it to the World Series and eventually. It won't be there this year. So it'll be interesting to see who trades for Skubal because Detroit is going to ask for the house, the car, the outhouse, the garage, and the 2 children.
Yeah, they got to ask for everything for Skubal.
Yeah, and I think what they will do is they're going to put it out there, listen, this is what we want. If they get it, good. Then they'll negotiate down or don't make the move at all.
You think other teams could be involved, more than 2 teams, or maybe a 3 or 4 team deal?
The Dodgers would be in the money, maybe. I don't know if it'll be a 3-team deal because nobody can help nobody get better. So it'll be a one-on-one trade. So the Dodgers is the runner, the Phillies. I don't think the Yankees really don't need that much pitching. The Yankees just need some hitting because you got a really good pitching staff.
We do. We just need the Judge back.
Yeah, maybe just need it. Maybe the Cubs may be in a run for that if the Cubs feel that they can make a run for the playoffs. The Dodgers have the best to give. They have a ton of prospects they can give. They got great pitching. They got great outfielders out there who are sitting out there. So they would be the front runner. They don't have to make a move because we're getting Glasnow back. We're getting Blake Snell back. We're getting Edwin Diaz back. We're getting River Ryan back. So we don't have to make that move. But, the rich just keep getting richer. And Ben Loming strike next year. It would make sense for them to grab him now because it won't hurt. It won't hurt them if there's a salary cap in the baseball agreement.
Right. Get him now.
All right. So and the Dodgers can do that because he's still a young pitcher. He's still got a couple more good years. He's a 2-time Cy Young winner, defending Cy Young champion. So he's probably, if not the best, top 3 pitcher in baseball today.
Well, you've got a week to make the deal because August 3rd, 6 p.m.
Yep.
Deadline.
Yep. So this week is going to be a lot of talk, a lot of back. But I'm sure they're talking to each other now.
Yeah.
And saying, hey, we're going to do blah, blah, blah. I'm sure that's going on. So it'll be interesting to see.
Speaking of pitching, but like you said, Pearly, we don't even really need another pitcher. But apparently Mason Miller has been linked to us as Yankees.
I was going to say that. Yes.
That would be a great move for us to make regardless. Just the rich get richer, I mean.
He's the best closer in baseball. He would probably be the best. That would be a great fit for you guys. The Padres for them to come there. So I think the Yankees is the number one option there right now, and it'll be a good move for the Yankees going into the playoffs.
Yep.
And I think getting him, and if Judd comes back, and if you make another move, I think you think about making a move for a catcher. I can't remember, but if you make another move, but if getting him and Judd comes back, the Yankees would be the American League favorites.
Well, listen,
the
Red Sox jumped into the trade market fray yesterday. As a matter of fact, they swapped young talents in the first major trade of the deadline season Saturday night, with the Red Sox acquiring infielder Curtis Mead for left-hander Conley Early. The deal allows the 25-year-old Mead, one of the breakout hitters in 2026, to a Red Sox lineup in need of offense to buttress the pitching that has carried the team to a 15-game win streak earlier this month. In exchange, the Nationals landed the 24-year-old earlier well-regarded prospect whose 5-pitch mix has led to sustained success over the first 21 starts of his major league career. Early is on the injured list with elbow issues, but doctors do not believe the issues are serious or any structural damage has occurred. So, young players right there, I think Boston got what they needed to because they needed some more offense.
That was a good move for Boston.
Mm-hmm.
That was a good move for Boston. And I'm sure they'll probably be a little more busier moving forward because the Boston has made a good run. They're in the wild card right now. I think they're leading the wild card, so they're in the wild card right now, or at least third.
They could be more active.
Well, the trade deadline is coming up.
This trade deadline is going to be the most interesting one in a while.
And that's a great segue, Purdy, because we're going to check in with Major League Baseball Central's John Heyman right now. And he's got some of the most intriguing trade candidates coming up that you could see some surprising names more by the end of this trade deadline. So let's check in with John Heyman right now, and we'll be right back at you right here on the press box.
Let's get to work, John Heyman. You put together a list of the most intriguing trade candidates. Good morning, by the way.
Morning.
Let's go 5 to 1. That okay?
Yes, great.
All right. At number 5 is Foster Griffin. You already took Mackenzie Gore from me. Go ahead.
I know that's your team.
Take everyone.
That's your team, and I'm not guaranteeing he's going anywhere. These are the most intriguing.
Last I heard, they were debating.
Yeah, I'm sure there's a lot of debating going on. I would say, in this case, definitely. I mean, this is a team that was not expecting to be in the middle of this wild card race, and they certainly are. I mean, they're not going to win the division, but they're only a couple games out in the wild card, so it is a tough call with Foster Griffin as a free agent after the year. They could try to lock him up. That's another possibility with Foster Griffin, who's making $5.5 million off of his great stay with the Yomiuri Giants. He's had 9 straight games with no or 1 run. I mean, that is incredible. I'm counting the All-Star game. So that would 8 regular season games. 9 games in a row with 0 or 1 run. Amazing job. 2.68 ERA. He would be absolutely coveted. I know he's not a hard thrower, but he's striking people out. He's got at least a 4-to-1 strikeout to walk ratio. Doesn't walk anybody. Really a terrific pitcher. They've done a great job. Your team is really doing well. So maybe.
So many guys go to Japan not knowing if they'll ever come back. 1 year, $5.5 million. What an awesome story. Congratulations to him. Zach Neto, number 4. He's a stud. Red Sox know it. John Mozeliak said things need to change. Does that mean parting with the biggest stars not named Trout? What does that mean?
It could be. I mean, again, this is another debate. This is why this is intriguing, and this is a big star. Zach Neto is a fantastic player. He really is a potential 30-30 guy. He's been a 20-30 guy a few times, but certainly could be a 30-30 guy. He's not having his best year. He does have 19 home runs, but he does lead the league in strikeouts at 141, which is a surprise. I think he would do better probably on a contending team. Terrific guy for the team in the clubhouse. Good shortstop. I know the metrics are kind of mixed on him, but I think he's a good shortstop. He's really a big-time talent, kind of like a younger Trevor Story.
You know, it's so interesting. Will the Angels be what the Twins were last year? I mean, it was the closer and so many pieces. And Joe Ryan, perhaps the name most likely to go. Maybe Ryan Jeffers as well. You could throw him into that. 2.5 back of a wild card. What do we do now in Minnesota?
Yeah, I mean, they got a shot at the wild card, and they have a shot at the division as well. They're only a 4.5 games back in the division. So, they have a difficult decision. I think the new owner didn't love all the trades last summer, 11 trades that they did make. It was logical at the time, but he didn't like it. So I think Joe Ryan is probably going to stay, but it's no guarantee. He's got 1 year to go. There's certainly going to be everybody calling on him. Fantastic pitcher with a 3.38 ERA, 106 whip, so an all-star again. But I think that he's probably going to stay because he does have a year to go. You mentioned Jeffers. I would say he probably will go. No guarantee there, but he is a free agent after the year. Another terrific guy in the clubhouse. Big power. Has had a great year. He came back from the handmade injury, and he's doing well. So certainly the Yankees and a number of teams are looking at catcher. I mean, I wouldn't be shocked if it's the Dodgers right now with Will Smith. We had a guy for this year only. Would make sense for them as well. Tampa could be looking at a catcher. There are a lot of teams looking at catcher.
I looked at number 2 on your list, and I see Tarek, so now I know who's number 1.
Right.
We'll start there. I mean, I feel like he's probably so sick of hearing these discussions, the Tigers as a whole. Is there, I don't know how to ask this different, is there a threshold? Is there a number in the wild card? Is that they go, or where are we now?
No, I think it's probably a field to see how it goes. This is a very interesting and very difficult debate. It is possible that they could trade him and still go on and try to win it. They've got Jackson Jobe coming back. Melton has been fantastic. Obviously, they've got Framber. They've got potentially Verlander coming back. So, look, they sold in 2024, ended up in the playoffs. Last year, they bought, and they ended up falling out of first place, still made the playoffs. So it's possible that they trade him and still go on and try to make the playoffs and not be a big fire sale and trade Mize and some other pieces. That's another possibility. But at this point, I mean, we really don't know. Could go either way. 50 does get traded. He is the best pitcher in baseball, best starter. He's got a whip below 1 again. He's got an ERA below 3 again. Even after back, he seems to be the same guy that he was. And would be a big piece for any team that gets him, obviously. But he is a rental. And so, we'll see.
Could go either way. Would you put Mason Miller in that category as well? He's number 1.
Yeah, I think a little bit less chance that he is traded. He does have 3 years to go after this year, so 3.5 years. So he has 9 times the amount of time that Skubal has left. So he would demand even more in trade. I mean, the Padres would be the ones demanding it, but he would command even more in trade. I mean, he's having an all-time great season as a closer. He is tops in games finished. He's got 25 saves. He's got an ERA under 1. He throws the ball 103 miles an hour, and the fastball is not even his best pitch. Best pitch is the slider. So, I mean, it'll be a feeding frenzy if they do open it up. They are discussing it right now with other teams as well. But I would say at this stage, as we get to it, not just because they are on kind of the fringe of the race, but because he's got 3 more years to go. I would say it's more guarantees, but to me, it's an intriguing case because of all that time that he has left and the talent involved here.
So much talent that could move over the landscape at the trade deadline. It could be epic. Jon Heyman will be with us every step of the way.
So, Pearly, sound to me like your Dodgers are already the front runner for Skubal if they really wanted him. How much would you all have to give up, though?
Yes, sir.
How much would you have to give up for Skubal?
Yeah, they are. That's what I'm afraid of. What we gonna have to give up?
Because sound like they trying to raid the whole cupboard there.
Probably one or two.
You're digitizing Pearly in a little bad area. I think
they
the
can
Dodgers
probably want Robertski. They probably maybe 2 or 3 pitches, and for some reason, I don't. But
Pearly again. Pearly got a little bit. Start
I'm
where you
here.
still there.
I'm here.
Pearly, I'm here. I'm
Power,
still here.
You know, BPL is doing what they got to. BPL is doing what they got to do in this area. So all over the place.
All right, Mr. Producer, wait with Pearly.
Start. Yeah, but let's stay on score.
Sound like BPL got him digitizing. And I was just about to ask him about Ohtani skipping his bullpen session. LA staying cautious, but he comes back. We'll have to ask him about that because obviously there might be a red flag there with Ohtani with those injuries. Salvatore Perez, stat boy, hit his 318th home run last night and passed George Brett on the all-time home run list for the Kansas City Royals
For the Royals,
franchise.
there you go. 2 legends, but Salvador Perez.
Can you hear me now?
Yes, we can hear you
Pearly,
now.
finally, yeah, you were digitizing bad.
Now, Pearly, real quick, what's the deal with Ohtani? I hear he's skipping bullpen sessions as LA remains cautious. What's going on with that?
Pearly?
You spoke too soon, stat boy.
Oh, Lord. Oh, Lord.
Brief power limitations.
Oh, boy.
Yeah, but Salvi Perez, he had his 318 last night past George Brett, who is my absolute most favorite player of all time, as ever.
The greatest Royals ever, too.
Yeah, well, definitely Mr. Royal.
Yeah.
Soto to miss significant time with calf strain for the Mets. I think he's shutting it down early.
Yeah, the Mets are horrible.
I think he missed the Yankees.
You know he does. He made the wrong choice, but you can't undo it now.
All right, let's jump in and look at the power rankings from Major League Baseball, and then we'll get to the break, and then we'll get you into the 12 o'clock hour, but we'll talk some NFL and definitely NBA. But looking at the power rankings, according to ESPN, and we'll go 10 through 1, all right? I won't go 1 through 10. I'll go 10 through 1 and count it down.
Because we know who's number 1.
Oh, there you are.
Number 10, the Cleveland Guardians. The Boston Red Sox. Number 8, the Chicago White Sox. Number 7, the Philadelphia Phillies. They dropped 1. They were previously ranked 6th. Number 6, the Chicago Cubs. They're up 1. They previously were ranked 7th. So basically, she switched spots. Number 5, the New York Yankees. Number 4, the Tampa Bay Rays. Number 3, the Atlanta Braves. Number 2, the team person. Wonder how the heck they keep doing it, the Milwaukee Brewers.
Yep.
And the number 1 team on the ESPN Power Rankings, let them know, Pearly.
The Los Angeles Dodgers.
I'm glad you didn't add all sorts of extra stuff to it, like the 2-time reigning, back-to-back defending World Series champ. I'm glad you say the Dodgers.
I know you would have done it for me. That's why I didn't.
No.
You walked right into that.
Yeah, you did, Stott boy. You walked right into that one.
Yeah, good one, Pearly.
All right, so basically, we pretty much covered everything Major League Baseball-wise. So we're going to get to the break right now and come back in the 12 o'clock hour. When we come back in the 12 o'clock hour, we'll be talking NFL, and we'll also be talking NBA. LeBron is gone from L.A. He's now in Philadelphia. And what does that mean for the Sixers? And more importantly, what does that mean for VJ Edgecombe? That's all coming up on the flip side of the break. Keep it right where you got it. This is the Press Box All brought to you, of course, by the Island Game, Jimmy's Wines and Spirits, KFC Nassau, Green Parrot, and Harborside Marine.
Shop early to get your uniforms and catch Janae's Uniform Center's buy 4, get 1 free sale. Free monographs, jumpers, skirts, boys' long and short pants, PE shorts, underclothes, tights, socks, neckties, belts, sleeping mats, hair accessories, and character work desk. Get 50% off backpacks, lunch bags, and raincoats. Buy 4 school shirts, get 1 free. Buy 2 skirts, jumpers, or pants, get the third 50% off. Need embroidery and monogramming done? Visit Janae's Uniform Center early. Beat the back to school rush. Janae's Chesapeake Road back to school special. Restrictions apply.
Tell them, play with Island Games. We making dreams come true. Play with Island Games. We paying more out to you. Don't mind the noise in the market. You getting cash in your pocket. 'Cause Island Games is spicy and spicy is tradition. So when you play Island Games, we putting Bahamians first. Guaranteed to pay Island Games. We like them other jokers. We've been here from the start. From the bike to computer. Island Games. We gonna make your dreams come true. We playing with Island Games.
Summer's here, and KFC's got summer buckets just for you. Every bucket starts with 8 legs and thigh pieces of your favorite chicken, plus 4 golden biscuits. Grab the value bucket for just $20 or go big with our mega bucket on the beach, boat, or on the road. Need more? Add 4 Pepsis, fountain fries, or the new mango dessert biscuit for only $5. KFC's summer buckets have big flavor, big value, and finger-licking good chicken only at KFC Nassau.
Hey kids, are you ready? It's back! The Jeff Rogers Summer Basketball Camp. July 27th to 31st at the Kendall Isaacs Gym, 2 to 5 p.m. daily, and August 3rd to 8th, 8 a.m. to 2 p.m. for boys and girls from 5 to 18. Come enjoy the thrills of the big game alongside NBA legends and current superstars Michael Sweetbells Thompson, Michael Jr., Klay Thompson, Buddy Hield, Muggsy Bogues, and many others. Registration forms available now at the Seventh-day Adventist offices on Tony Williams Darling Highway. The Jeff Rogers Summer Basketball Camp.
This is Guardian Radio 96.9 FM. Fresh news, smart talk, all day.
We're back at you on the Sunday, July 26th edition of the Press Box. All brought to you, of course, by the Island Game, Jimmy's Wines and Spirits, KFC Nassau, Green Parrot, and Harborside Marine. Naughty, Purdy, and Statboy and your company right up until 1 p.m. We're into the 12 o'clock hour. 12:01 p.m. is the time. Time to talk some NFL, fellas.
Let's do it.
Because, you know, we're going to close things out with, the NBA. Because, you know who we got to wrap up with. So, let's jump right on in. First and foremost, we got injury news. San Francisco 49ers head coach Kyle Shanahan suffered significant injuries that will leave him limited as the team opens training camp. Shanahan broke his nose, 3 ribs, and his hand, needed more than 40 stitches in his face, and suffered a severe concussion during a July 14th car crash when he collided with an SUV near his Northern California home, according to sources familiar with the situation. He's recovering well from many of the injuries, though he still has lingering concussion symptoms. This according to General Manager John Lynch. And assistant head coach Chris Foster will assume some of Shanahan's duties until he returns. Let's check in with GM for the San Francisco 49ers, John Lynch, and get the latest update on 49ers head coach Kyle Shanahan.
Here's great news. It looks like everyone's doing all right. The other driver seems to be doing all right. I don't want to speak to that because that's just secondhand knowledge. Kyle is doing good. He's got some bumps and bruises. He did suffer a concussion in the accident. Has some lingering effects, concussion, and we're kind of treating this. We don't have a protocol for staff members when it comes to concussions, but we do with players, and it's become very helpful. So Kyle basically is going to be like in the protocol, and Doc Nino and all the great doctors we have are giving him great care, and we're going to let the condition, the doctors dictate how he comes back, when he comes back. He's been in the building, so we've seen him. He's, it's kind of like we do with our players, a phased back approach. Number one for Kyle and the Shanahan family is getting him back right. He's a tremendous head coach, but this is bigger than that. This is about his well-being.
I mean, that I think is the most important thing, the well-being first and foremost. Shanahan, he's a big, part of that organization. And obviously they got long-term plans for him to be the head coach. So to know that, he's recovering well is a good thing. I don't wish any malice on any coach or player in the league, especially off the field with stuff like that, because it did but put a great... I want to be healthy when they play the Cowboys, because when we kick the ever-living you-know-what out of them, I don't want no excuses. What's your take on the whole Shanahan situation there?
Just all you can do is pray for him. It sounded like a horrific accident, a freak accident. He's got 3 broken ribs, a severe concussion. He needed stitches all across his face. Nothing that anybody should have to go through. So prayers up to Kyle Shanahan, and hopefully he recovers in time for the start of the regular season.
Now, and I'm glad to hear an update from John Lynch as well, because, obviously you need to hear what's going on. And nothing better than Lynch. I think that's one thing I like about Lynch. He's always been stand-up all the way across the board in his time at Tampa Bay and then moving over to San Francisco. And you got to admit, he's done a great job with the 49ers front office as far as being GM.
Absolutely.
All right, here's something very scary. And we're going to check in with NFL Network on this in short order. But Aaron Donald, you can line that clip up now, Mr. Producer. I think that's the first one I sent you. But apparently Aaron Donald is mulling a return to the Los Angeles Rams.
Yes.
Purdy, have you heard about that too? I mean, that is absolutely freaking scary. With Myles Garrett there, now Aaron Donald wants to come back.
And the chipping arm ballers, first pick in the fantasy league, will be the Los Angeles Rams defense. Don't let me pick before you guys, because I grabbing them. But no, I saw on ESPN this morning before BPL did it, a clip where he was working out at 35. This brother looks like he's 21.
No,
he is buff. He is in shape. If he comes back, and I think he's coming back. I think he's just playing with everybody right now. I think he's coming back, and the Rams defense will be. You can't double, triple team him. No, oh my goodness, oh my Lord.
The only way you beat something like that has been a very efficient, short passing game to your running backs and your tight end. Get it out, 3-4 yards, keep it moving. You can't really run on that, and you can't really have time to throw on that, if you know what I mean.
Yeah, you just got to try get over the 40-yard line and kick a field goal, because you ain't going no further after that.
No, I'm thinking you get a guy like, take your running back, H-in.
Yeah.
Little dump off in the flat once the blitzes come through. Now he beats the linebacker, and well, guess what? Off to the races we go.
Yeah, but it's going to be hard. That defense is going to be stingy. If they stay healthy, you're going to see a minimal scoring on them. The only way you beat them is if your defense is holding their offense down and you get a couple of field goals.
The key is put pressure on Matthew Stafford and harangue him and make him make a mistake or two, because that defense is going to be solid.
Yeah, real solid.
Well, let's check in with the NFL Network and Kimberly A. Martin and what the possibilities are if the Rams do get Aaron Donald to come out of retirement.
I don't know about the rest of you, but I already saw the Rams as the favorite for the Super Bowl just going into the season. You tell me Aaron Donald will return? Now, I'm putting all my chips in, and I'm saying, okay, I expect Sean McVay to lead this team to the Super Bowl. At every point, if you're an offense, how do we attack them? How do we keep them from stopping us? Because everywhere you look, there's a playmaker. And Aaron Donald, despite coming out of retirement, coming back, if he were to do that, he hasn't played in a while. But you know that, as Tom was saying, it's for those special moments. It's for those situations where you need that guy. Listen, when I think of Aaron Donald, I still picture that Super Bowl defining play against Joe Burrow. Like, he's the reason that Joe Burrow is still looking for a chance to get back to the Super Bowl. This play sealed the deal. And so that is the image when I think of Aaron Donald. You tell me that man does not need a ton of time to make that same play. And that's what's scary about the proposition of him joining this team.
That was absolutely scary right there. That's some Freddy Krueger, Jason Voorhees, Michael Myers type stuff.
That is scary. That is scary.
Team.
But they're going to be a fun team to watch.
And they just got Trent McDuffie from the Chiefs too. So their secondary showed up. Oh boy, oh boy.
I am going to take Kenny under state.
Front line is solid. Their only weakness maybe in linebacker.
That's literally it.
Little word to the wise to my parlay players out there. The Rams with the under a lot of weeks might look good. Not too many teams going to score on that Rams defense.
No.
And that takes the pressure off Stafford too, because if Stafford picks you up between 17 and 24 points with that defense, they win every week.
Probably so.
Yep.
So you got to keep an eye out. That to me was some big news right there. Scary news too. That doesn't bode well for my Cowboys. A lot of teams in the NFC.
But I think Seattle is still the favorite.
No,
they're not.
No, sir.
You sure?
Talking about by the bookmakers, maybe, yeah. But if I'm looking at the team on paper and the coaching and all that, and the pieces lost and the pieces gained, LA.
Yeah, the Rams now, they seem to be the best on paper, though.
Yeah. But, still got to play the game.
That's true. You have to play the game.
This is true.
I remember one year Miami had 19 first-rounders and couldn't even get to the playoffs.
Also true.
Okay, so, but let's see what happens. I mean, I think the Rams, they're already a pretty good team last year. And they just needed one or two pieces, and they got them one or two pieces, so that might put them over the top. I know who won't be in the money, so I'm not even worried. My Dolphins. So the Rams may be my secondary team this year.
Speaking of in the money, is Baker Mayfield going to be in the money in Tampa Bay? Any updates? Have you heard anything about Baker in Tampa, that start boy?
All I'm hearing is that they're still working on the contract extension, and he hasn't been paid. He will play for them, though. He's not going to sit out or do anything like that, but he has not been paid yet, which is amazing. But I kind of get it because last season was such a disappointment,
But he played gritty ball for them, too. He played hurt for them, too.
I agree. I would pay Baker because I don't really know if it gets any better than that afterward. Who are you going to replace him with?
Right and when playoff time come around, it's hard to bet against him.
Yeah.
Let's check in with ESPN's Jeremy Fowler and see what he's got to say on the latest with Baker Mayfield in Tampa.
How about a quarterback to watch Baker Mayfield? He is in a contract year.
Yes.
How much work is there to get done and get a deal done?
Yeah, so time is of the essence because the Bucs veterans report on Tuesday. Baker Mayfield is on record that he wants a new deal by training camp. Now, if they don't get it done, it's sort of an artificial deadline. Maybe they can keep working at it. So the Bucs need to make some progress here. They want to try to get something done. They are optimistic, but they're going to have their limits. They probably won't give him everything he wants. However, the market is 11 different quarterbacks make at least $50 million a year. Mayfield feels like he's outplayed some of those players. He's got proof of concept in Tampa after 3 years. So it's going to take some financial concessions for Tampa to get this done. Also, Mayfield, he's not scared of the franchise tag. Like if he were to play this out and they were to tag him and be around $48 million in 2027, that could be a route. This is a guy who's bet on himself before. He's not afraid to now.
All right, we're back at you, and there you have it.
The franchise tag could be $47 million. That's why would I be afraid of that? That's only about $5 million off of what I should be getting.
Yeah, I mean, right there. I mean, I think Baker stays in Tampa and he figures it out.
He ain't going nowhere. No, like Star Boy said earlier, who they replace him? They got nobody to replace him.
Nobody.
Did they draft a quarterback?
Last time they drafted a quarterback, I think it was Kyle Trask. That ain't working out.
No.
All right, so
it is what it is for them.
I think because of the division, Tampa Bay is going to be relevant, but I think a must is definitely they have to re-sign Baker Mayfield.
They have to be relevant. They have to re-sign it. I mean, he's there. He's going to be there next year regardless. It's just future. It's the future they're talking about. He's still under contract, and they can franchise him and keep him if they choose to, or go with someone else and decide that they're not going to win that division.
Yeah, I still think they try to make a run for that division, though. It works better for them. They're predicated on Todd Bowles. Head coach loves home field advantage.
Yes, he does.
He uses that as like a springboard to get them rolling in the playoffs.
Yep.
So we'll see. All right, let's get the first break in. Once we get the first break in, we'll on the flip side of the break, we'll pivot. We'll wrap up the NFL and we'll get into the NBA. And we got to talk NBA because, boy, I tell you, LeGron is gone. Happy days, Pearly.
Oh, happy days.
You know what? You might have to pull up that Fonzie theme. Oh, happy days. Yeah. We can figure it out, man. This is the press box and it continues right after this.
We're gonna give you a check every week for a year. Percy's pension plan, Island game, keep you winning. Percy's pension plan, dream big, we will help you live it. Percy's pension plan, Island game, we got you. Percy's pension plan, from the friends you can trust. If winning is a must, don't blame us, your best chance is with us. The most trustworthy name is Percy's Island game. So put 20 on your account and ride this easy train at Percy's Island game.
You try to rest, roll with the best. For all your printing needs, there ain't no one better, no. For posters and banners, magazines and flyers. For window decals, greeting cards and newsletters. No job too big and there's no job too small. You name it, we can print it. Just give us a call. Let Print Masters bring you to life.
Located in the Nassau Guardian Building, telephone 302-2361.
Summer's here, and KFC's got summer buckets just for you. Every bucket starts with 8 legs and thigh pieces of your favorite chicken, plus 4 golden biscuits. Grab the value bucket for just $20 or go big with our mega bucket, packed with everything you need for summer fun on the beach, boat, or on the road. Need more? Add 4 Pepsis, Fountain Fries, or the new mango dessert biscuit for only $5. KFC's summer buckets have big flavor, big value, and finger-licking good chicken only at KFC Nassau.
New school year, new gear. From uniforms to laptops, a Fidelity personal loan can help you check every item off of your kid's school list. Jump into back to school season with ease. Apply for a Fidelity personal loan today. Call 356-7764.
We're good for you.
This is Guardian Radio 96.9 FM. Fresh news, smart talk, all day.
We're back at you on the Sunday, July 26th edition of the Press Box, brought to you by the Island Game, Jimmy's Wines and Spirits, KFC Nassau, Green Parrot, and Margaritaville PI. Naughty Pearly and Stat Boy in the building right up until 1 p.m. And just wrapping up the NFL. Most training camps are now open.
Yeah, everybody's in now.
So I'm keeping an eye out on that too, because this is the kind of year now where you see veteran free agents who could still play start popping up. When the dreaded training camp injuries occur, here come your Jadeveon Clownies. And they pop up and end up making roster squads. Here comes your Von Millers. You know what I mean? Guys who still have a little bit left in the tank but don't want to go through training camp. This is a very important time of year because a lot of times you don't expect injuries during training camp, and you get some dreadful injuries during training camp.
Yes, you do.
The Patriots offer Gonzalez the richest quarterback deal ever. We should take worth the money.
He's a lockdown corner.
Gonzalez is tough. Stat Boy, what's your take on Gonzalez from the Patriots? You think he deserves to be the richest cornerback in the league? All right, we might have lost Stat Boy. BPL didn't catch us. Minutes might have run out. Stat Boy is muted.
I'm here.
Unmute yourself, Stat Boy.
I am here.
You got Purdy-itis. You muted yourself.
I was muted. Not only was I muted, I had phlegm in my throat when I was talking just now too, so my voice sounded like it was digitizing like Purdy's.
Overshare, but thank you.
Christian
really
Gonzalez
overshare.
is a great corner. I don't know about highest paid in the league, but he will be worth whatever money he gets from New England.
I don't think he should be the highest. He's one of the best. He's locked down, but I mean, is he?
But as the market resets, more and more guys will get more and more money.
So he's
Brown, I think,
he's
going
to be more a victim of the market reset rather than actually being the best corner worth the money.
That's all it is. Exactly.
Because you know who I still think is the best corner in the league, worth all the money, and I wish we could have drafted him over stinking Micah Parsons. You know who?
Patrick
Surtain. Oh God.
No, but that wasn't the problem. The problem was
Let it
Micah
go, Naughty.
wanted
Let
out,
it go.
so Kerry traded him. Micah was a better defensive player than Pat. You could also argue Pat over Micah.
I'll take Quinnen Williams right now. And
Caleb.
Caleb freaking Downs, baby.
Oh, my bad. I shouldn't have started it.
I really hope this guy turns out to be a really good player. Because Naughty, I'm gonna remind you that he isn't.
Do you know what they're starting to call him now? They're starting to call him Ronnie Polamalu and Troy Lott. If Ronnie Lott and Troy Polamalu had a love child, it would be him. I can't get no better than that. Fully endorsed by Ed Reed.
But he hasn't played it down yet in the NFL, but you really endorsing him.
Listen, from what I've seen in college, and Stat Boy could attest to it, you start as a freshman for Nick Saban at Alabama. Then you go and run 3 different type of pro defenses at Ohio State while you're there and win a national championship. The pedigree is there. He puts time in the film room. You know, they couldn't find him for the photo shoot for the rookies the other day in their uniform stuff. You know where they found him?
In the gym.
Plate of food in the film room.
Wow.
That's what I like to hear. I don't hear nothing else. Leave that boy alone and let him go play.
Yep.
And Christian Parker, the defensive coordinator, is just over the moon with him. So, I mean, I think the defense is going to improve. Dallas don't have to make no huge jump in defense, you know. They're rock bottom. They get up to number 20, number in the high teens.
That's considered a huge success.
You're right.
Huge success, and we make a huge playoff run. I don't say we win it all, but I mean, we make a playoff run. We'll be competitive.
We think you win the division?
Yes, sir. There's more issues in Philly than people think and know about. The big question is, what's going on with Stat Boy over there in Baltimore with Lamar Jackson, because the contract's not done, and we all know how Lamar goes with that contract year. And
no, he's had one contract year. He got injured in the middle of the season. We made the playoffs since he beat us, and then we paid him because we knew we needed him.
So now what's it look like?
We will pay him because we know we need him. You will pay the man. He is the second best quarterback in football at the worst. You will pay Lamar Jackson, and if you don't, you'll suffer the consequences.
Hold on, back up. Second best?
Yes, I would argue that he's had the best, 2 seasons of his career. He's been the best, but Mahomes still exists, so I have to put him at second, minimum.
Better than Burrow? Because a lot of people think Joe Burrow could be the best in football right now.
No. Oh, my goodness.
Not better than Josh Allen, though.
No, Allen is the only other one with an MVP, which he stole from Lamar, but Allen's better than Burrow. And Lamar's better than both.
Considering Burrow had only Jamar Chase and nobody else?
Allen and Lamar have had on that level.
Remember
Zay Flowers is good, but he's not on that level.
Zay Flowers is not Jamar Chase. No. Burrow's a great quarterback, but no, he's not better than Allen. They're the top 4 quarterbacks in the league, and then I'd probably put somebody like Hurts or Daniels. Probably Hurts.
Excuse me? Where does Dakota Rain Prescott get in this? Statistic-wise, him and Mahomes have been the best 2 over the last 5-6 seasons.
That's true, but I'm looking at the accolades and how far they've gone in the playoffs. Hurts has a ring.
Right.
Hurts has a ring. You have to give Hurts his credit. He's won a ring. He stopped the Chiefs from doing the 3.
Well, the Ravens and them ain't done nothing in the playoffs, so you can't put Lamar over Dak.
Has Dak been to a conference championship game?
Fair enough. That's what you want to.
And you
that's
do
fine.
measure.
Look at the regular season stats.
You do measure. You do measure on rings now. Because when I try to bring up Dan Marino, you tell me, hey man, nothing.
I measure on both, Freddie. I say it's a combination of both.
Okay.
Because if we don't do rings, we could argue Randall Cunningham and Warren Moon till the cows come home.
That's true.
Or a Fran Tarkington for the Caucasian vote out there. Yeah, Fran.
For the Vikings.
Tim Kelly, 4 straight Super Bowls with the Bills.
All losses, by the way.
And 2 of them came to who? The Cowboys.
Yeah.
So, yeah, Marino, we could have that conversation. As a matter of fact, what we should do next week, as we lead into the NFL and start to do our divisions and so on and so forth, let's have that conversation next week. The best quarterback without a Super Bowl ring.
That's right. Dan Marino.
I would have to say, and as much as it hurts my Cowboy, but I could argue with a couple others, though. You could put a Warren Moon in there for sure. You could put a Dan Fouts up there for sure. You could put conversation.
Well, their careers are active, but as of right now, you put Lamar and Josh Allen in there, but they're still active. So
no, I'm talking about who's not active.
Yeah,
who's retired? Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, you could have a good conversation on that one for sure.
Most definitely.
I mean, hell, I could even throw that trash bag Danny White in there from the Cowboys. 3 straight NFC Championship games and all losses. But
I wasn't Danny White who got them there.
Who got them there? Tony Dorsett.
Okay, keep talking.
Tony Dorsett and the tight end Cosby and the defense.
Yes.
I saw something the other day that I didn't really know as a Cowboy fan, and when I saw the old school highlight, it absolutely freaked me out. But Dwayne Hollywood Henderson was a linebacker who actually used to return kicks because he had 4.4 speed, and he actually took 2 or 3 kickoff touchdowns, like long kickoff returns.
Yeah.
Yeah, by Hollywood Henderson, I can send you the clip. It freaked me right out.
Send me that. I gotta see that.
Yeah, man, and yeah, one was on a reverse and all too.
Okay, I got to see that because I know he did do some returns, but I didn't know I don't remember. Okay.
Hollywood Henderson, though, he was another one. He was a good player for the Cowboys. But like I say, training camps are open now, so now we're getting closer to the time. We get through the useless preseason and get into the regular season in short order. I think this is going to be a good season. I think we prepared to be optimistic in Dallas and Baltimore, and Purdy's already kind of put it out there for you guys. Listen, whatever we win for the Dolphins is a good day. Don't look to win too many games. But I think next season you start to see the turn with the Dolphins because you'll have a weak schedule. You'll have another draft under your belt, and you got a lot of draft picks. And I think the new management and the new regime will be able to put their hands all over this team.
Exactly.
So look for that, for them to improve in that area as well. All right, let's pivot to the NBA, guys. First and foremost, Pearly, what's your take as a Laker on the big news that LeBron is signed with the Sixers? What's your take on it?
if I let my emotions in using what Starboy say, I would say I'm happy. I'm happy he's not a Laker because I thought I didn't think he helped the Lakers. I think he hurt the Lakers being there.
Excuse me, can you all just say it now that he's gone? Who was right 8 years ago when he came in? I said it was Kapan out just like this. Can I get an amen? Can I get my day? Can I get a hallelujah?
I will give you a hallelujah if you promise never to say this again because you say this every week.
All right, but I need 2 hallelujahs and then I won't.
Hallelujah, hallelujah.
In excelsis Deo. Amen. Amen.
Listen, Miss Conliffe is right, Watch it, but Miss Conliffe is very... Anyway, Miss Malcolm, sorry. Miss Malcolm. Listen, we got a championship in the bubble because AD joined the team and brought some strength to the team.
And you forget Caruso played some lights out ball in that series too, They had a lot of role play step up. Like, as a matter of fact, just let me interject this and finish your point, Pearly. See, Contavious Caldwell-Pope played huge in that bubble series. Guess who he just signed with yesterday evening as a free agent because he had a buyout? The Philadelphia 76ers.
$3 million contract, yeah.
LeBron done started the Homeboy Network, the Clutch Network. But anyway, go ahead with your point, Pearly.
And that's the same thing. He did that to the Lakers right after the championship. He let Clutch, Rich Paul, and them get in there. Dump Caruso, Kuzma, and some others, and brought in Russell Westbrook, which was a waste of time for the Lakers. The Lakers took a drop. Then you trying to regroup, and the Lakers have not swept in the last playoff. Swept. and that was the reason why. That was one of the reasons why LeBron left, because they got swept, so he wanted to go with the team, but he could win a championship. So you don't see bringing Caldwell-Pope in there, and my concern is for this team. My concern is for the Philadelphia 76ers. I'm not saying that they can't win a championship because they have a really good team. What's that going to mean for VJ? Maxey is going to be the starting point guard. LeBron, Brown, and Embiid. What will that be for VJ? Will they be taking? Or people are saying, like Sheldon said the other day, he's a great catch and shoot guy. Yes. But what is that going to do for VJ? I think it's going to hurt him. I think he's going to get less playing time. I think he's going to get less time touching the ball.
No, he'll lose a lot of... Think of it this way, right? You have Maxey, you have Embiid, and you have Jaylen Brown. Let's say in a hypothetical ideal scenario for Philly, LeBron accepts just the playmaking, pass, sacrifices. Let's just say he does what he did last year in LA and Philly, right? You still have 3 players who need the ball at all times on offense to be effective. 3 25-plus point per game scores. Who's going to sacrifice out of those 2? Out of those 3?
And they'll go with what I call foolishness out of Philadelphia. And I know it's predicated by Clutch. That the best thing for this team is for LeBron to be the point and LeBron to control the ball. You take that ball out of Maxey's hands, the Philadelphia 76ers are dead. He's the engine that runs that team at the point.
I think what they mean is LeBron to set up the offense and pass. If he
Maxey does a good job of that at a high rate of speed. That's what made the 76ers work so well. They were young and athletic.
Maxey's more of a combo guard, but he's a scoring guard. So, get the ball in his hands and let him isolate, go to work, score, get in the mid-range, get to the basket, that sort of thing. But then Embiid's going to need the ball. But then Jaylen Brown's going to need the ball.
Who's going to be the number one option?
But then who's going to sacrifice for this team to win? I just don't see it working.
I think VJ's growth is going to get stunted just by like you said, the amount of shots that have to go around. I still think he's there predicated on his defense and his hustle, and he'll create his own shot and figure out his own way.
Oh, yeah.
But I think that LeBron comes in. That Jaylen Brown can only be miffed because you're in the shadow of old boy in Boston. And even though you were putting up numbers and you were actually the finals MVP,
Tatum, yeah.
They were still all over Tatum. And now you move to Philadelphia to be the man, and that lasts, 36 hours? And then here comes LeBron, stealing the thunder. Listen, get in, try to win a championship because that's you're definitely ring chasing. And old boy made a valid point. He played for the Lakers on that bubble team too. Danny Green, former 76ers and former champion, I think, with the. He said if LeBron wins a championship this go round too, it's less significant because he's the 4th option. He wasn't the man. He wasn't the face. He's the 4th option. He literally went to a team that was ready-made, tailor-made, almost poised to get to the next level and play for a championship.
And this is just why I don't think it'll work. He's not in his prime anymore. He's not going to be the finals MVP, that caliber of player. It
just bothers me that, and you could attest to this that way. What was my favorite team to watch last year?
Well, aside from the Lakers, it was the Sixers because of VJ. I mean, that doesn't mean that has to stop.
Yeah, but
Just because of VJ.
I know that feeling, and I know how Sixer fans feel now too. I'm nauseated. I can't even watch my Eastern Conference team, my Plan B team. I mean,
Yeah,
God.
but there's
Just
a lot
pull for the Spurs on the side.
a lot of Bahamians are now Sixer fans.
Well, you know how the thing go, Brady. You know how the thing go.
A lot
when
of
I'm more
Bahamians are now Sixer fans, and a lot of Bahamians looking for championship.
But now listen, lost in the shuffle here are the Los Angeles Lakers. And I want you all to believe the Lakers are going to be prepared to run. I think Pelinka and JJ Redick must be commended. They stepped back into the shadows and they put together a squad that not only works to be around Luka, but JJ could actually coach.
I agree.
I'm excited to see JJ Redick absolutely flat out coach this year without LeBron over his shoulder. I want to see what they do. And listen, I don't think they've been able to move Dalton Knecht for a reason. And I think Dalton Knecht has some resurrection this year and some redemption. I think with LeBron at the building and getting some of them trade cobwebs out of his head, have a good, summer league and a good preseason. I think Dalton Knecht, they're going to need shooters on that team. I don't think we should give up on Dalton Knecht as of yet. I think his confidence was thrown in the trash when they made the trade and then rescinded the trade.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
But I think with LeBron being gone and some new faces there, I think he's going to fit in as well, too. I think Jake LaRavia is going to fit in as a good bench piece. They're the White Walkers. They got a lot of Caucasian homeboys on the team, but if you look at it, they got some dudes who could play. Kessler could play. And given the opportunity, I think he's on the cusp of stardom, to tell you the truth.
Yeah, he just needs somebody who could unlock him fully because 10-10 is good, but now let's get to 16-12 or 20-16. You know what I mean? Like,
That way, I can need your help on this one, but remember I told you from when he signed him, the dark horse, the biggest contributor under the radar, who's going to be a big factor on that team. Go ahead.
Sanju Mamukashvili? I don't even know.
Mamukashvili. But don't sleep on him. And then Colin Sexton is just instant offense, and I think he saves the bench right there. No, if you got an injured Luka, Colin Sexton could make up that in the score.
I agree.
So I think the Lakers quietly going under the radar. They're going to have a solid team. I think they're going to play defense. And I think that the additions of Zaire Williams as well. And again, Christian Wood, watch that. Took a year off of basketball. Has come back in great shape. He could be a steal for us at the center position at the veterans minimum.
Yeah.
So don't sleep on it. And then, of course, like I said, Redick gets to put his imprint on the team now. You're paying Redick ball now.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see.
And we're still targeting Jonathan Kuminga, so.
Kuminga.
But now the Clippers are trying to do it as well.
Remember I told you this name, though. Cameron Carr. Cameron Carr. As I'm saying, Caleb freaking down.
Who could possibly be the steal of the draft?
Cameron freaking Carr. He could be a starter like Byron Scott was. Don't be surprised if Redick starts him at the 2,
Yeah.
Because he could put Luka at the point, Carr at the 2, Austin Reeves at the 3. You got your Mike Kessler at the center. And then you could go with Mamu, or you could go a couple others, or you could go with Grimes at that forward position.
Yeah.
Yep.
So don't sleep. The Lakers got options. I mean, I'm not saying it's a championship squad, but I think they built it to best suit Luka and put Reeves in a position to shine, and they're putting themselves in a position where people actually want to actually come and play in LA.
And I think you put them in a position to host a playoff round.
Yeah, it gotta be something different. And then the whole $8 million with LeBron too. I mean, if he was so hack bent on staying in LA, he could have stayed with us for $8 million. Not that I wanted him to, but he could have stayed for $8 million.
It wasn't about the money.
It wasn't about money.
It's a ring chase.
He said that he didn't want to end his career with a sweep. He wants to go and get a chance to win a ring. And then you can't have Kobe get 5 and you only get 4. You got to try to get that 5th one.
Yeah, he ran to the East where he thinks it's easiest, but I don't think that anybody. I think the Knicks still are the creme de la creme in the East, and they got a lot of bravado, man.
No, the Knicks still the favorite. They're still the favorite there. All right, and so don't sleep. And then Halliburton is back this year, so I wouldn't sleep on Indiana either.
And don't sleep on Boston either.
Without Jay Brown, I ain't sure. But Boston. I think
But they
Boston
run
takes
a
a step back.
system, Pearly. Again, they run a system.
They do run a system. They do.
But
I agree with you.
broadcast P, playoff P, pandemic P. No, man. Not Paul George.
I don't know, man. I'm not sleeping on the Celtics. I think they got something up their sleeve, and I don't think they're totally gone quietly into that good night.
Get now.
I don't. It's not what they're gonna get now. It's that they got draft picks and pieces. I think they take a step back before they take a step forward.
I got you.
Meaning they use draft picks and trades to get where they need to be. Because they have a lot of assets still, draft-wise. Don't forget, they still got a lot of draft picks, and they know how to use them. So they can package them for players and pieces.
They do.
So we'll see how it all pans out in the long run. But I wouldn't count them out. But I like your point about Halliburton and the Pacers, though. Healthy Pacers squad needs to be looked at. Would say you on the Pacers stat, boy.
I've been saying it from last season. Healthy Pacers. They won the East. This team is the only team I feel like can deal with New York, is the Pacers. They match them perfectly. You know, you have the Heat now. You have the Raptors pending the Kawhi trade. You have the Sixers, of course. But that Pacers team, they won the Eastern Conference. They took the Thunder 7 games. And was one of the best finals in across the decade, probably. Apart from like the Bucks and the Suns and whatnot, the Pacers, they'll be a threat.
All right, so we got to get ready to wrap things up, man. So we got to get a pick in for sure. Let's check out Major League Baseball. Taking us home today, we got What's More Likely with Rich Eisen. Filling in for Rich Eisen, Seth Rollins. And I want you guys to check out Seth Rollins doing a great job holding it down for Rich Eisen. Don't be surprised when you see Seth Rollins segue from the WWE into sports talk radio. He's got a lot of natural qualities, does a great job. I want you to check him out. I think he's got a lot of potential. Yeah, let's check out some picks for the day. Brought to you, of course, by the Island Game, the game you know, the friends you trust. The Island Game always reminds you to play responsibly. Yes, Super Bowl trip up for grabs this year during the NFL season, as well as some new added features that I'll tell you more about when I'm allowed to disclose them. But trust me, they could be off the chain big. More ways to win, too. Big money. All right. So here we go. Let's check out the pick for the day. I guess we got to go Major League Baseball.
Yeah, that's the only thing there.
All right, we got the Guardians and the Rays. They're in the top of the third. Nothing. I like the Rays to win that one.
Yeah, I like the Rays to hold on to take that.
Give me
Nationals
the
and
Guardians.
the Diamondbacks. I like the Nationals at home to win that one.
No, actually, the Diamondbacks, after they sweep in the Dodgers, they've come out of the All-Star break playing some really good baseball. I like the Diamondbacks.
I'm going to go with Arizona.
All right, you swayed me. I'll go with Arizona also. Braves and the Orioles.
They're pissed. They got walked off on last night, so I think they'll come back and take one today.
Yeah, give me Atlanta.
Cubs and the Pirates. I like the Cubs in this one.
Pirates at home. They're playing the Ashcroft is pitching tonight. I like the Pirates.
I'm going to go with the Cubs in that one.
Blue Jays and the Red Sox. Red Sox still hot. Blue Jays cooling off. Give me the Red Sox in that one.
Red Sox.
Suarez pitching for the Red Sox. Yeah, I like the Red Sox tonight.
Royals and the Tigers. Royals are in free fall. I like the Tigers to win this one.
Tigers are battling, and this is the problem right now with the Tigers trying to don't want to lose and don't want to tank and don't want to lose any games because they don't know if they're going to trade Scuba. But I like the Tigers to win tonight.
Dodgers over the Mets.
Yeah, 100%.
I have no faith in Sheehan. I have no faith in Sheehan. He did have a good showing last time, but I think the broom is out. Let's go with the broom today. Dodgers.
Padres and the Marlins.
Everybody beating the Padres and the Marlins fighting for a playoff spot. Let's
And
go with
they
the
in
Marlins.
Miami, so give me the Marlins.
I'll take San Diego. I'll be the lone wolf on that.
The A's and the Twins. I'll go with the Twins.
The Twins making a run, yeah.
Rockies on the road against the Brewers. Brewers for sure in that one.
Oh, the Brewers pitching today, 100 mile an hour almost every pitch. Yeah, I like the Brewers.
I like Milwaukee.
Astros and the White Sox. I like the White Sox at home.
But the Astros are playing good baseball right now. Like I told
They
you,
are.
I tell you, watch the Astros in August.
I think
They always come up.
Alvarez is gonna continue his dominance. Yeah, because Jordan is probably the MVP front runner.
Yeah, but I still think the White Sox win tonight. I just feel they're throwing the Astros throwing Blanco, and Blanco got a 70 ERA. So I like the Astros today. I like the White Sox.
Yeah, but watch out for the Astros, like you said early.
Reds and the Cardinals. I'll go with the Cardinals at home.
Yeah. Lee up pitching for them. Yeah, I go to the Cardinals.
Mariners and
yeah.
Rangers. I like the Rangers in this one. Rangers starting to get hot and trying to keep that division lead. So I'll go with the Rangers.
And DeGrom has been pitching pretty well recently. I like the Rangers.
Yep.
Angels and the Giants. We got to pick this one. We just have to. Both teams suck. Give me the Giants at home.
Any team with Trout on, I can hopefully Trout. I'll take the Angels today.
What? Give me the Giants.
Yankees and the Phillies.
Ah.
I got to go with my Yankees, man.
Same.
Yeah,
I'll do as well.
All 12-4, All-Star Sanchez pitching tonight. He's been tough. But I don't know. I think the Phillies take this one at home.
Well, I'm rolling my Yankees to the wheels.
That's a wrap. We reached that point, guys. So I want to thank you all for chiming in today. Great stuff as always. For everybody who texted in and called in, good stuff. From Mr. Producer holding it down, we appreciate you. And yeah, definitely missing our boy Muff Road, who we will funeralize on August 1st. I'll give you all the details this week on Talking Heads. And like I said, football is right around the corner. And we'll be back next week on the Press Box. So keep it right where you got it for the rest of the programming today. But for Pearly and for Stout Boy, it's your boy Naughty. We'll see you next week right here on the Press Box.
Budgeting and saving? Yes. Investing? Check. You could do more. With an RF brokerage account, you can get priority access to local investment opportunities right as they come to the market. Never miss a bond or new share offering again. Plus, you can house all your investments in one place and benefit from expert investment desks at brokerage@rfgroup.com to start doing more today. Some conditions apply. RF, money at work.
Dive in hot with the new KFC Dunk Buffalo Ranch. With buffalo sauce on the side. For just $8.95, get messy with it and dunk it how you want it. KFC, it's finger licking good.
Everybody dunk. Everybody ranch. Play with Island Games. We making dreams come true. Play with Island Games. We paying more out to you. Don't mind the noise in the market. You getting cash in your pocket. 'Cause Island Games is spicy and spicy is tradition. So when you play Island Games, we putting Bahamians first. Guaranteed to pay. Island Games. We like them other jokers. We've been here from the start. From the bike to computer. Island Games. We can make your dreams come true. We playing with Island Games.
This is Guardian Radio 96.9 FM. Fresh news, smart talk, all day.
What's more likely?
Never say never, but never.
What's more likely?
What's more like? I've never played this game before.
It's presented by
It's
Pella
sweeping the nations.
Oh, all right. Okay.
We love Pella. We love their sponsorship here.
Presented by Pella Windows and
Okay,
Doors.
Seth, here's the deal. It's your first Friday with us.
Yep.
I'm going to explain the rules. It's very simple. I give you some stuff, and I ask you what's more likely, and then I give you some options.
Okay.
And you tell me which one's more likely.
All right.
And they're out there, too.
It's very easy.
Oh, they're crazy.
Well, you know what?
Some of them.
You'll notice I did kind of steer a lot of these toward Seth.
Okay, I like
this
it.
is
I
in
like
my
it.
wheelhouse
You know what I mean?
stuff.
Some of these are going to be in your wheelhouse.
All right, so we're not talking
Let's,
about PGA Tour or anything like that.
No. Although, shout out Michael Kim, shot a 59 today. That's undeniably sick. I'm very happy for him.
In like the front nine?
No.
Oh, that's me.
59 for the whole.
59 for the whole tournament.
That's me.
Up
That's
at the
my
3M
score.
in the 3M in Minnesota, where you'll be shortly.
All right.
All right, here we go. Let's get to it.
What's more likely?
Guys, more likely, number one overall worthy player you most want in fantasy this year. Bijan, Jameer, or Jamar Chase? Who do you want most in fantasy this year?
Ooh, I'm going Bijan. Bijan Robinson is a dog. Is an animal. He's more likely to be the number one fantasy guy for me. He's just a savage. He can do everything. I love Jahmyr Gibbs. I have a hard time going wide receiver, even with Jamar Chase, just because A, it's wide receiver. B, you don't know what kind of health situation you're going to have with Joey. B, although, I mean, Jamar balled out even with Joe Flacco throwing him the ball. So, you know, you asked me the two running backs, even though I think Jahmyr Gibbs is a special talent, Bijan is like all-world Christian McCaffrey in his prime level. He's still, I mean, Jahmyr Young too, but Bijan, he can just do it all. And in Atlanta, he's the one. Like, he's the one. You know what I mean? The whole offense is going through him.
What are these guys going to go for in your auction league, TJ?
Well, Seth, we don't do the traditional snake. We do auction, and I'm the defender. I won the championship last year, 4th time, highly competitive league with Jahmyr Gibbs. So I'm going for him again.
Nice.
Jahmyr Gibbs, we do a $200 budget. I'm going to say I'm
75.
I'm okay to go up to about between 72 and 75 for Jahmyr Gibbs.
That's nearly half your stash.
That's nearly half. Yeah, it is. But as we all know, fantasy is really won through the waiver wire throughout the year. But you've got to have a stud wide receiver. You've got to have a stud running back, and then you can get a good $2-3 quarterback. But top running backs are at a premium, so you got to spend the majority of your money on them.
Oh, man.
All right, let's keep it moving. Seth Rollins, you are a diehard Chicago Bears fan.
That's me.
The Bears. Who's more likely to be your sweetness? Brian Urlacher, Caleb Williams.
Oh, man.
That's easy. Come on, that's easy.
Jury's out on Caleb. You know what I mean? Early in his career, entering his 3rd season. If this man brings a title to Chicago in my lifetime, I'm willing to change my answer. But number one right now, absolutely Sweetness.
Okay.
No doubt about it. Maybe the coolest professional football player of all time, arguably the greatest runner to ever play the game. Sweetness could do it all. He could run, he could pass, he could kick, he could break your ankles, and he could run right through you. He was an animal. And this is no disrespect to Brian Urlacher, who is incredible, one of the best middle linebackers to ever do it. But, man, Sweetness, dude. One of one. And the nickname, too, Sweetness.
Also, the Walter Payton Man of the Year award is kind of taken over the NFL as being an award more prestigious than the MVP at this point.
At the NFL honors, it goes on last.
Award.
After the MVP. Matthew Stafford with his daughters, which was an incredible moment. No. Walter Payton Award after that. So, yes, I mean, Sweetness number one.
All right,
but
I teed you up for that.
Willing to change my answer in the future if Caleb can bring me a Lombardi.
All right, I teed you up. And let's all be objective, which I know will be very hard. These teams were all our 3rd round sleeper teams. More likely team of ours to make championship weekend this year: the Bears, the Cowboys, or the Patriots.
Oh, you guys! Championship weekend?
More likely to make the Final Four.
Final
championship
Four?
weekend.
Can I just say all 3 right now?
I mean, I actually think it's Chicago, and I'm not being biased. I mean, I can't trust Dallas defense yet. I just can't trust the defense.
Even though we got Caleb Downs?
I love Caleb Downs.
No,
I love Christian
I've heard
Parker.
you on other shows.
No, that's not true.
You were very skeptical. You were like, can a safety do this? I heard you.
Of course, it's a safety drafted that high. I mean, how much? I mean, we're talking like the impact you want for a draft pick as a safety that high is. And the Bears drafted a safety in the first round.
Look, he's Ed Palomalu. Okay,
stop it.
He's Troy Lott.
Okay, all right.
You are riding
slow
too
down.
high right now. Slow down.
It's a good day to be team.
Slow down.
I'm sorry. I got to put the Cowboys 3rd on this one. I'm going Patriots to get back there. I do think their roster is better than it was last year, but their schedule is going to be a lot more difficult than it was last year, and I don't think the playoffs are going to be as smooth for them if they get to that point.
To quote Steph Tanner, how rude.
LeBron James going to Philadelphia.
LeBron James.
Which means one watch has ended, but one is still going on. Former Los Angeles star to win a championship first, LeBron or Aaron Donald?
Oh, Aaron Donald.
Why not both?
No, come on now. Get out of here. Actually, to be fair, I mean the Sixers. I don't know ball like y'all know ball. I think they're in the mix. I thought the Knicks. Sure, they have the continuity, but that trifecta of players, between Jaylen Brown, Embiid, if he's healthy, and LeBron, like that, they can do some damage. But
Mr. Max.
But if Aaron Donald chooses to come back to play professional football for the Los Angeles Football Rams, which all signs point to it's happening, dude. Come on. That team is so ridiculously stacked. Like, that's the NWO in the NFL, where everybody's just jumping back on the wagon. Like, you're going to end up with, like, Steph Diggs or D-Hop taking a 1-year deal for a minimum, league minimum or something to try to get on that
Debo Samuel was a name thrown out.
Debo,
today.
Come on. Get out. Go compete somewhere else.
So wait, are the Rams the NWO and the Sixers the Wolf Pack? Because I would take that.
Sure, I'll let you have that.
Sounds pretty fun, actually.
I'll let you take that.
Yeah, all right.
Have at it.
All right, how about this one? Let's operate under the assumption that Aaron Donald is coming back.
Okay.
More likely to be the higher total. Myles Garrett and Aaron Donald combined sacks this year, or Matthew Stafford touchdown passes.
I think Stafford touchdown passes still. I mean, the interior, and he, was a game wrecker for sure. But, I mean, I'm thinking like 30 total sacks between the two of them.
Okay.
35, that's a max level, right? That'd be like an extreme sack total. And I do think Matthew Stafford is going to be good for another 35 to 40 touchdown passes again this year. I mean, he's got all the weapons back. Like, he's playing at an elite level. It's not like I didn't see any reason to think that his skills were declining. Last season, he looked incredible. Even in the cold weather game, I thought he was going to blow it in Chicago. Did not. Threw a dime to Devontae Adams in that game on the sideline. Like, it's all there. I think he'll get him. And you're asking then Myles Garrett to get 20 sacks again, something like that. You know
why
what
not?
I mean? Why not? Sure, I do think there's a
20,
possibility. Dude,
30?
Could you imagine if he just starts racking them up like that?
I can't imagine.
Oof. That's an interesting one, but I'll still go with Matthew Stafford.
All right, a few more.
Remember, Chris, all we heard last offseason was Stafford, the van working on his back.
Exactly.
We didn't think that.
Yeah. They drafted a quarterback this offseason, but all reports are that he is very healthy going into the season. Feels great. And now that they kind of load managing and Joel Embiid style with him in the training camp.
All right, a few more. Let's turn attention.
I love it.
Let's go here. More likely legend, WWE legend, you'd want as an opponent.
Oh.
Macho Man.
Oh.
Ric Flair.
Oh.
Or Bret Hart.
Oh, man.
Wow. You're doing him dirty right now, bro.
Ooh.
Dream match, Seth Rollins.
That is so difficult.
Justified.
Holy cow.
And a different match with each guy. You'd have it probably a different, style.
Look at these guys. First of all,
you, Seth Rollins.
Wow, that is so tough.
The guy with the big arms, brother.
Ooh, you know what? Here's the thing.
I am the best.
Is this is not taking anything away from Macho Man or Randy Savage at all. The Bret Hart, Ric Flair, both what we would refer to in the business as ring generals, as in they like to lead the match, right? They like to be the ones in control, right? Savage, not quite as much. Now, the rep of Savage was that he was a big pre-planner. He really liked to write things down, like he liked to be, and that's not my style. So this is actually a really difficult situation. I think I would go somewhere in the middle because Savage was my favorite entertainer of the bunch. I loved him more than anybody. I take a lot of the visionary character from Macho Man. But I think I'm going to go with Bret the Hitman Hart, which is that's going to be a controversial call because Bret and I, he's come at me a little bit over the years. Now we've mended fences.
Well, he comes at a lot of people.
He does. We could do something special in the ring. That is a tough one. What a crew. What 3 top tier all time talents.
I like all 3 of those, but I'd like your pick. I'd like you like Seth Rollins versus Bret Hart.
Hitman.
That's money right there.
Oh, I'd love to do it.
All right, let's go to this one then. More likely to be your favorite kind of match.
Oh.
Ladder, Hell in a Cell, a hardcore street fight, or a straight up standard straight match.
Oh, man, I like the toys. But I'm over the cell. I've fallen off that cell more times than I care to remember. Twice. That's too many times.
And they did you kind of dirty the last time you were in the cell.
No. You which one are you thinking of?
Think about the red cell.
The Fiend. Well, that wasn't my last time in the cell.
Oh, that wasn't your last time.
My last time in the cell was actually with Edge in Saudi Arabia, which was an awesome Hell in a Cell match. Thank you very much.
Right.
The Fiend one, give or take. People don't love it that much, but I think you go back, you watch it. It's not as bad.
I had no problem with it.
Anyway, I'm over the cell. Don't want to fall off that. I go same for the ladders. The ladders are the most painful implement that we have because you're falling off of a very high rung and it hurts so much. And even if you fall on the ladder or the ladder like a little bit, it's so painful. I'm going with the hardcore match.
Okay.
Right? That way you can kind of there's a lot more flow. You can get whatever you need. You can get a kendo stick. You can get a garbage can. You can get a table. You can get chairs. You can get whatever. There you go. TJ with the stick over there.
That keeps it handy.
Singapore cane in hand.